is my second week of SD school. We are starting off here Monday. Last week was quite eventful. We had a guest speaker come in and talk about brow waxing, which was really cool. We also had an award ceremony for some of the students that were here, so that was also really nice just to see that the school really does go above and beyond to recognize students for all kinds of different achievements. And I think it's really fun as a student because, you know, you're encouraged to, you know, get your feet wet in all these different ways. So yeah, that was awesome. Then it was like, oh, and by the way, your first exam is Friday. And we were like, oh. So I did my exam. I got a pretty decent grade, and so I'm excited about that. The first week was, of course, all the, you know, the foundational stuff about safety and regulations, and you know, it was a lot of information to get through, but we got through it, and now we're getting into some fun stuff. So this week's all about anatomy and physiology, which is my forte. I love talking about the human body and learning about the human body. So I checked about my kit, and actually I didn't know this, but we actually don't get our kits until a little bit later once we're done with some of the classroom, like foundational stuff. And so it will be later in this series when I share with you what's in my kit. But as I shared with you last time, I would tell you about our iPad. So I got an iPad and I went out immediately and got a case for this because I didn't want to drop it and break it. Oh my gosh, right? And I'm not really an Apple person. I've never had an Apple device. So this is kind of a learning curve for me. Like, all the apps are different. So it's been kind of interesting to navigate my way around that, and also getting used to a virtual version of a textbook. I really like the tactile hands-on book. But after using the iPad for a week and doing all my studying and practice exams and quizzes and stuff on there, I'm actually starting to like it. You know, I highlight, I make notes, and I think this is kind of like pushed me to be a little more accepting of virtual learning. And so I know that that will help me in many ways, because there's other university courses I've had to take online, and I'm an excellent learner. I just really struggled with reading a textbook on a screen. I hated it with a passion. So I know it's like one of those things that kind of has nothing to do with being an esthetician, but it's a big deal for me. That's a big win, that I feel like I'm really mastering this concept of reading a book on the screen and kind of starting to enjoy it because I'm playing around with all the little features and such. So I will share with you throughout the week kind of what we do. As of now, there's just classroom stuff planned, I guess, but if anything else cool pops up, I'll make sure I catch some video footage of that and keep you all posted of what we're learning and how my studying is going. I'll show you some of my techniques for doing well on the exam, especially when you have a quick exam. I've learned a few things throughout my journey as a student prior to coming here, you know, and so I know how to study, and I know how to study in a way that helps me retain information so I don't forget it right when the exam is over. So I definitely want to share with you some of my study techniques, because I think, you know, just based on hearing some other people and stuff like that, that would be really helpful to, you know, share some things that help you study well in a way that you're not cramming, but you also, you know, retain the information, and you get some breaks in between. So I'm gonna run in because I don't want to be late, but I will add some more to this video perhaps, or maybe this will be the end. We'll see. And of course, guys, before I forget, if you would like to follow me on this journey going through esthetician school from the beginning to the end, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. And as promised, I will make a video at least once a week telling you everything about my journey through SD school and share with you as much as possible to help you on your journey. So hey guys, it's day 2 of our second week, and I am about to go take a pretty massive exam on anatomy and physiology. And a lot of it for me was review from back in the day, because this is all stuff I did like in my college days. But there's a lot of stuff that we didn't cover in college, like the nerves of the face and stuff like that. They didn't get into that much detail. So those kinds of things, all those like, minor details of the innervation and the muscles, the really fine ones around the face, it's a lot to memorize. And so that's kind of where I'm at. I will do the best I can on tonight's exam, but whew, we'll see how that goes. I kind of wish we had more time to prepare for this one. We have an exam tonight, and then they want us to do another exam on the stuff that we'll be covering tonight and tomorrow, 2 days from now. So that's 2 in 1 week. So yeah, year-long program, but they're not playing about the timing on this stuff. And so, of course, I'll take the exam and I will take my time to continue going over the material, because I really want to make sure I have a firm grasp on it. So yeah, that's been kind of stressful. Like anatomy and physiology is my favorite, one of my favorite subjects. But this is life. You get things thrown at you, and you need to be able to quickly adjust and keep it moving. So I guess that's a good lesson in how that process goes. I know that I'm not the only one in my class who's probably like, oh my gosh, like I could sense the nervous tension last night when everyone was like, oh wait, so we're doing the exam what tomorrow? What? Come again? So yeah, not complaining. The good thing is that we are able to retake, which I really don't like retaking exams, but you can. It'll just be averaged if you retake it. So let's just hope I score really high the first time, so we don't even have to go there. Another note, today was the final day of a 3-day challenge I did with Joelle Lee. She was Michelle Obama's esthetician when Michelle Obama was the first lady. She has a whole philosophy, a whole method on treating multicultural skin using chemical peels and laser. And so I know I'm a new esty, but she's into like what I'm interested in doing. And so I took her 3-day challenge. It was more around the business side of getting clear on your SD business and kind of like your niche and who you want to serve, how to set up your menu. It was actually really cool. So if you haven't heard of Joelle Lee and you're into skin of color, you want to treat hyperpigmentation and things like that, you should check her out. It was a free challenge. It was so informative. She had probably like a total of maybe 10 or 11 worksheets that we completed. There's a Facebook group she runs, and so that's something I had to kind of put on the back burner a little bit because of this exam that kind of sprung up on us out of nowhere. But I did get great value, and best of all, she provided the replays, so I was able to actually go and download all those videos, all the worksheets, so I can go over it another time. And it's just to kind of like get prepared for how to set myself up for success once SC school is over. So yes, I know it's a long ways away, but I think that learning as much as you can around this industry can't hurt, right? As long as it doesn't get in the way of you getting through school. That's first things first, right? Another cool thing I want to mention about the challenge is that, people would ask questions sometimes about like doing waxing and doing brows and whatever, even vajacials. And it was interesting to hear Joelle share, kind of name drop some other, beauty influencers and estheticians who are really proficient and experts at what they do. And so, I followed those accounts on Instagram just to kind of get some inspiration. So it's a lot of fun to attend events like that, because you never know, it might be one little tidbit, like maybe you're into sugaring or something, and then she name drops someone who's like the go-to expert on sugaring. And so even though I'm not ready to launch my SD business, I just found it very helpful to kind of be in that space, and it gave me some things to think about so that I can kind of structure going forward. And I've also noticed is, following Joelle Lee has helped me ask better questions in class when something comes up around melanation, hyperpigmentation, to get clearer. So, learning while you learn, I think it is pretty cool. And I look forward to this night's adventure of taking this exam, and I will check back in with y'all. Next, we're going to be doing chemistry, which is my next favorite subject. So can't wait to just get this test out of the way and move on to the next topic. I'll check back in with you guys later. All right, so here it goes. I'm officially walking into school, and I found this really cool YouTube channel, which I will definitely link below. It literally walks you through every chapter of the My Lady textbook. So I was able to kind of like listen to that and as a review while I was driving here, which is pretty cool. So wish me luck.